Hello Aquarius, welcome to your January 2023 tarot card and astrology readings. Hello everybody, happy new year. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for joining with me on this wonderful new journey this year. So as always, these monthly readings are separated into two segments. So the first segment is the tarot card reading, which is much more intuitive, and the second portion is the astrology section. Now please feel free to watch these for your sun, moon, or rising sign. However, I do recommend your rising sign for the astrology portion, just so you can get a more accurate viewpoint on what your transits are actually going to be. And don't forget that if you are a member on my website, janeinternational.com, that you'll be able to log on and access the comprehensive readings as always. And if you're not a member and would like to join, you are more than welcome to do that as well. Or you're also free to just do a one-time single purchase of the comprehensive reading, just like we've always done. So let's go ahead and get into these readings for the month. Thank you again. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in just a sec. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your January 2023 tarot card reading. So I'm going to pull a card from my intuitive deck here. Sorry for the noise. I'm going to pull a card from my intuitive deck here just to open up the channel. Okay, I'm definitely getting the energy of a bow and arrow right here, which is telling me Aquarius is pretty well directed right now. I'm probably going to be posting these videos in December. So throughout December, as you're planning for January, there's a lot that you can do to kind of get yourself to that point of like, all right, I know exactly where I'm going, right? To have the plan, to have the steps and the tasks that are needed to be, checked off the list so that you know that you're making some substantial progress. I do think that Aquarius is wanting to accelerate, and I think acceleration has been a theme for the past couple months, really. I think that theme is continuing for you, Aquarius. You're wanting to accelerate your growth, accelerate your path. You're wanting to take things in a completely new and expanded direction. I think Aquarius, having Saturn in your sign, has felt really restricted to a degree. There's been a lot of blockage to a degree as well. And I think you're ready to flush that out of your system. And one of the best ways is to just start implementing things. And the more and more you implement, the more you accomplish, the more you do, the more progress you see, and the more momentum you get. So there's just a really positive spin on everything right now. There's a lot of enthusiasm in terms of how you are approaching things. It's exciting when you start to see that progress. You're like, oh, dang, this is really working, or this is really going in the right place. And, it kind of is a really positive feedback loop that you're getting here. So the first card is, what does the universe need from you, Aquarius, as you are moving on? What does the universe need from you? We have the moon. Okay. So it's kind of in contrast to everything that I just said, but I think it's important as this acceleration is happening, as you are building this momentum and setting that target, it is highly likely that stuff is going to surface, because that's always kind of what happens. When you make the decision to walk down this path that you've never been down before, you have to pass through these ominous portals, these ominous towers. And you have to cross that threshold, and maybe you've never been beyond that threshold before. And so coming up to it, it's kind of okay, in the beginning, no problem. Okay, I can do this, I can do that. Yes, I can take my bow and arrow, I can point it at the target. But once I start trying to hit the target, there are going to be a few misses, right? How many arrows are you going to have to shoot before you actually hit the target? And so sometimes we can have that fear coming into it, knowing, well, if I'm not going to be able to do it perfect, or if I'm not going to be able to get everything I want right away, it can be scary, the notion of having to learn and to continue doing it again and again and again until we perfect it. So maybe there are some fears that are surfacing up for you, Aquarius, as you're doing this. Now, the good news is that I don't think it's scaring you away. And in fact, it actually might be egging you on, because it might be something you're like, I can't believe I'm afraid of this. Why should I be afraid of this? Why is this impacting me this much? Why are these things surfacing for me? Why am I even having this conversation in my head? All this kind of stuff could be coming up for you. And it's actually kind of that, tapping on your shoulder that's like, hey, yeah, but you got to keep going. Yeah, but you got to keep going. You got to keep going. No matter what surfaces for you, you're going to have to tackle it because you've had enough of that with Saturn. You've had enough of that energy. And now it is time for you to really discover who you are. And I think when Pluto comes into your sign next year, there is certainly going to be kind of this desire to rise to power with that, for your own internal power. Queen of Cups. Now, she came out in the Capricorn reading as well. I'm not getting as weird of a feeling as I was getting from her in the Capricorn reading. There does seem to be a really lovely person around you. Someone that, really wants you to be safe and wants you to succeed. And there's a lot of positivity with the Queen of Cups. The concern that I have with her is I just don't know how involved she is in stuff. I just don't know how much she really gets it. You may feel a little lonely or a little isolated in this venture, Aquarius, because it's like if you're trying to shoot a bow and arrow, this is someone who has no idea how to do it. So you can't really go to them to teach you how to shoot this bow and arrow. You can't go to them because they don't know. It's like if you were trying to learn how to play the piano and you go talk to a baker. It's like, okay, baker's not going to be able to help you unless they also know how to play the piano. Okay? So the Queen of Cups may be feeling a little left out. She may be feeling a little detached, but it doesn't matter. She's still there for you. She still loves you. She's going to be able to listen to you and she probably won't be able to offer advice, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you don't need advice. Maybe what you just need is an ear now and then, someone just to listen once in a while. So let's see what else comes out for Aquarius in the 9-card block. We have the 3 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Emperor. Okay, see, the 3 of Swords goes pretty hand in hand with the Moon. It's the stuff that's surfacing. You are going to have to deal with some of the pain stuff that you've got going on, okay? Any disappointments, wounds, traumas, whatnot, people who broke your heart in the past, and all the ways that you broke your own heart, all the ways that you disappointed yourself. That's the thing with this crescendo quality. It's like you literally cannot disappoint yourself again. And I think you've drawn that line with yourself, kind of saying, never again, I will never do this again, I will never put myself in that situation again, and I will never again be the one responsible for my own stagnation. So I look at that Emperor and I'm like, all right, there is some degree of authority coming through, and it's the authority that you have over yourself. Because you can't escape this vision that you have, right? I know that when you think about your life and you're looking down the road and you're thinking 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, you see yourself in a certain way. You see yourself with certain people. You see yourself with a certain home, with a certain bank account, with certain resources, with certain businesses, whatever the case is. You see that for yourself. And that Emperor is not going to rest until he is at least doing the things that he thinks will get him there. Now, this is not about whether you're content with what is, or discontent. Either way, your soul is craving expansion. And you probably have been kind of in your little hole or your little bubble since 2018 when Saturn came into Capricorn and then Saturn came into the first house. Like whenever we have weird transits like that in the 12th and first houses, it can really pull you away from a lot of things because in the 12th house, it is the house of isolation, but the first house has a lot to do with you. So you can be really just in your own world when a transit is going through that first house like that. And I think you're done with that. You're done with it. You're done with being in your own world. You're done with the healing. You're done with thinking about all the stuff that you've got going on. Like, you're ready to go do something substantial. See, exactly. This is so in line with the Two of Wands. It's the whole life that you are wanting to attain. And it has nothing to do with really like getting those things, because we know that once we get the stuff, it kind of loses its significance. So it's not really about getting it so much as it is about becoming that type of person. That's really what it's more about. It's about the learning and the development and the personal growth that goes on while we seek these more external things. And that personal growth process will never, ever end. Page of Cups and the Seven of Cups reversed. So I do feel a lot of clarity for Aquarius right now. Like, I don't look at these cards and think that Aquarius is confused. It's just a matter of doing the things. Now, again, I just have to point out, the Queen of Cups is in a really different place than the Emperor. Aquarius, you're the Emperor here. So you have to have authority and discipline and empowerment that comes from within. She can be a great cheerleader and cheer you on from the sidelines, but that's the most she can do. She can't get in the game with you because it's not her game to play. She's got her own game. And this isn't like, if you're married to this person, it's not you going and, going rogue and going and doing your own thing necessarily. It's just that when we're on a path of personal growth and personal development, that really is only for us. So you can talk to your Queen of Cups, you can have moments with your Queen of Cups, and you can find strength from your Queen of Cups. But at the end of the day, it all falls on your lap. It's not her responsibility to make anything happen. It's yours. Now, the Page of Cups can represent something kind of unexpected. Someone sort of coming out of the woodwork. Now, as you go into January, you probably have no idea what the heck this even is. You have no idea what, who this may possibly be. It is probably something out of your existing realm of consciousness now. So if you were to sit and rack your brain, you still wouldn't come up with it. Now, the Page of Cups is just a foot in the door. It's just someone who just is trying to see if maybe you may want to do this, or maybe you may want to go there, or maybe you want to contribute in X, Y, and Z types of ways. And it may be something that, okay, yeah, you weird. All right, Page of Cups is weird. I don't really know. I'm not quite sure. Doesn't really seem in line with what I've got going on. But the thing is that it actually does. 10 of Cups. 10 of Coins. It actually does have something to do with this. So if a strange opportunity or a strange synchronicity or someone random shows up in your life throughout January, you don't have to judge it and you don't have to commit, but I definitely wouldn't shut the door on it. Because this likely, it may not be the direct link, but it is a link to the 10 of Coins. I don't know why I keep saying 10 of Cups. That's like a Freudian slip or something. 10 of Cups, 10 of Coins. Maybe there's a layer of 10 of Cups with this as well. So you're kind of getting both. The happiness factor, the fulfillment, the emotional satisfaction, and the material reward. Maybe it's both. And maybe that's what the Page of Cups is really here for. So if this is like a lover, let's just say this. If this is a lover or a potential lover or a creative partner or a potential collaboration with your business or a potential partnership or something, chances are you're not going to fully commit in January. But maybe as the months go on, as Saturn maybe comes in through Pisces or something, maybe then, yes, it will develop into something, but this is going to have slow growth and slow development. But please do not shut the door. It may be even a little bit annoying at first because it is going to trigger you, because I know that you have in your mind a specific way that you think this is supposed to go. This is a miracle. This is how the universe works. When you are busy doing your plan, the universe is going to accelerate that plan in an unexpected kind of way. Plain and simple. Okay? They're going to accelerate that plan in an unexpected way. With the Seven of Cups in the reversal, there's also a component of, FedEx has just showed up in my house. It's always so loud when those trucks pull up in my house. But the Seven of Cups in the reversal does tell me that you are coming out of, this is what I mean, like, I know you have clarity. Now, there may be confusion in terms of what the heck you're doing, because when you are going down this path for the very first time in your life, of course you're not going to know how to do it. Of course it's not going to be perfect. Of course it's not going to go according to the plan. This Seven of Cups is you figuring out how everything goes together. It's like when you go to a city for the first time and you decide without your GPS to just go walk around and go get lost. That's actually you gaining your bearings. So you're getting your bearings right now. You're getting adjusted, you're getting acquainted with this new environment, with this new path, with these new systems, with these new requirements and obligations. And that's okay. Like, it's not going to be perfect. Like I said, with that bow and arrow, you may try to hit that target multiple times and you may keep missing, but it's really only a matter of continuing to practice, continuing to like really good practice. You still have to bring your best to it. You can't do sloppy practice and still expect to get there, right? If you sit down and sloppily practice the piano, you're never going to become a master of the piano, okay? Let's see. What else for Aquarius needs to come through? We have Nine of Coins reversed. Oh, another Queen of Cups. And Four of Coins reversed. Well, I do really like the Four of Coins and the Seven of Cups both reversed together, because it does signify how willing Aquarius is to budge, right? You're willing to let go. You're willing to compromise. You're willing to change and to evolve. And for a fixed sign, that is more challenging. It's a little bit more... unless you have lots of mutable or even cardinal in your chart, if you have a lot of fixed energy in your chart, this is a hard thing to do. But you're doing it. You're taking advantage of this North Node Uranus conjunction, right, that's been going on, and you're allowing yourself to really evolve. But I also know that you don't necessarily want to just do this only for yourself. Yes, it is only a path that you can take, but it is not only for you, if that makes sense. That may be a little contradictory to what I said at the beginning, but it's not like a selfish act what's going on here. This is actually a really amazing service to humanity, because the more disciplined you are, the more authority you have, the more empowered you are, the more creative you are, the more open you are, the more possibilities there are, and the more likely you are to reach your human potential. And I think when you start doing that kind of thing and looking at it from that type of perspective, it does stop becoming about just you. This is not about you just getting what you want. This is about you getting what you want and lifting up so many other people in the process with that 10 of coins. The 10 of coins is more community, where the 9 of coins is more individual. You may actually feel like, to a degree, you're already here at the 9 of coins. You're already at a place where, like, you're good. You have a lot going for you. You have a lot of, just a lot of internal confidence and a lot of internal what haves you. And so you're ready to kind of what's the phrase I'm looking for? Like, my cup runneth over is kind of what I'm hearing. This is what happens when your cup runneth over. This is your cup is full. This is your cup runneth over. So you're doing a lot of right things for yourself and for the people that you love. And see, that's why the Queen of Cups, like, she knows that. See, even here in this 9-card block, they're also really disconnected. There's just like a weird vibe going on with the Queen of Cups this month. It's like she's here, but she's not here. It's like she's here when you need her to be, but you're also really busy, and I don't know. But she's here, and I think she's foundational, and she gives you a lot of strength. And because this person is likely someone who is really important to you in your life, you know, she's not going anywhere, and there are no grudges. There's no jealousy. In fact, like I said, she is a really amazing cheerleader here. She may not understand fully, but that's okay. If you do have to communicate, you know, it's probably going to be best to talk about the way you feel rather than what it is you're actually doing. This is someone who's going to relate more on that emotional level. So describing, hey, I'm trying to do this thing I've never done before, and this is what it's making me feel, 3 of Swords. And actually talking about your feelings is going to be really, really productive in healing this. So in a way, she's healing you, not even purposefully or intentionally, but that's just what's going to happen. In a way, this is her role in your life this month. She's your healer. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull out the clarifiers. Now, all the information about the clarifiers, which are the cards we will cover in the comprehensive reading, all the information is found in the description box and the comment thread down below. There are lots of different options, so just make sure you select the right option for you. And then click the link and it'll walk you through the process. All right, so let's take a look at the clarifiers for the moon, which is really what the universe needs from you. So Aquarius, what else does the universe need from you this month? We have the Hanged Man. We have the Ten of Wands. There's the discipline, the focus, the commitment, and another 4 of Coins. This time it is upright. In the environment, what else is going on in Aquarius environment? I think actually these 3 were coming out together. We've got the 5 of Coins, we have the Star, and we have the 3 of Cups. Okay. So now let's take a look at this 3 of Swords. What else does Aquarius need to know for their 3 of Swords? Temperance. I'm really loving Temperance this month. Ooh, Judgment. Lots of angels. And Queen of Wands. King of Cups. 10 of Swords. And the Magician. Beautiful. Another 9 of Coins reversed. That's interesting. An Empress. 2 of Wands reversed. Now for the 10 of Coins. Moon reversed. Oh, see, I told you 10 of Cups. And look, there's the 10 of Cups. I had a feeling. There was definitely a 10 of Cups feeling. And a Hierophant. And then an Ace of Cups. Ooh, cup runneth over. Another Star. And a Page of Coins. Page of Wands. Communication is so important for you, Aquarius. Tower. 4 of Swords. I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of questions. There's going to be a lot of questions. Questions will be a theme for you throughout January. The Fool. King of Wands. Oh, and then 10 of Coins reversed. Ace of Wands, beautiful on top of that Queen of Coins. Sorry, I keep messing up my words. Queen of Cups, Hanged Man, another Hanged Man, Strength. We have Seven of Wands, another Page of Cups, and a Six of Swords. Okay, so this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive. So if you want to join me, again, all that information is in the description box and the comment thread down below. Thank you all so much, Aquarius. You guys know I love and adore you. Have an amazing January, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your astrology portion of your January 2023 reading. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what comes through for you. First and foremost, January 2nd, Venus comes into your sign. Very beautiful for you. I don't know that Venus draws so much attention. You know, she doesn't have like this massive gravity like the sun has. So later on in January, on January 20th, when the sun comes into Aquarius, there will be more attention on you. But I think Venus really offers a softness and a beauty, an approachability, and even her own element of good luck. We always say good luck is Jupiter. I would say Venus is also a very good luck planet, as she is one of the established benefics in the chart. And so, you know, if you are going after certain things, certain ambitions and whatnot, I don't see any reason why you couldn't approach that. Now, I don't know that Venus is the best negotiation planet. She's not necessarily here to play hardball, but she can at least express what it is that she feels she needs, especially within the work environment and within the relationship environment and within the home environment, all right? Speaking of 10th house, 7th house, and 4th house aspects specifically, which are in a squaring relationship with the first house, okay? So talking about what you need and what you value, expressing that, and really expressing what you need from others is going to be important. And if you are interested in getting your hair done or, you know, doing something makeover wise, obviously Venus through the first house is a great time. Some of you may be considering, you know, going back to the gym, working out, focusing on nutrition, focusing on health and fitness goals, whatever they may be. And as we approach the new year, that's usually pretty common for people. I don't know that Venus is like, I want to go lose weight. That probably is not the best approach for anybody in the Aquarian realm right now. It's not about losing weight if that's something that you're concerned about. I think it's more about living a healthy lifestyle, okay? That would probably be a much healthier approach. That's more Venusian. If we had Mars in here, maybe, yeah. I mean, we do have Saturn in here, but he's kind of old news by now. But Venus is coming in and saying, okay, what do you really value? It's not really about losing weight, or it's not about looking a certain way so much as it is valuing your beautiful physical vessel, your beautiful health, and just kind of living a beautiful life. That's all Venus wants. She just wants to live a beautiful life. Okay. We also have Mercury retrograde. Now, Mercury just started going retrograde on the 29th of December, and he'll be going retrograde until the 18th of January, where he stations direct. In the 12th house, there's a lot of really cool imagination that can come through here. And I feel with Mars being here in the 5th house in Mercury ruled Gemini, I don't know, like I wouldn't sleep on the creativity right now. I actually feel that Aquarius has an extra boost with their creativity, whatever it is you do for a living, there's always some element of creativity, even if you're like an accountant or something, okay? So this is going to be a time for you, I think, to try new things and to experiment a little bit and to maybe change course if you're feeling like that's something that you need. I think Mercury retrograde in the 12th offers a completely out of the box viewpoint and perspective to a lot of things. It may be a little bit isolating in terms of the way you think. You may find like, oh, I'm the only one thinking this way. And you may actually question yourself just a little bit. I'm here to just validate you. Yeah, you are thinking differently than everybody else, plain and simple. Mercury in the 12th, it's different, okay? And it is more imaginative. It's a little bit more adventurous. It's more like in the fairy tale realm. But that's also, I think, where the geniuses truly operate, right? They operate in the realm of impossibility. And if you can start operating in the realm of impossibility, chances are you're going to go a lot further than most people. So if people are starting to push back against you and start challenging you, and they're like, how the heck do you expect you're ever going to do that? Or how do you think that you're going to achieve this goal? That doesn't make any sense. Take that as validation that you are utilizing the astrology properly. You're thinking beyond the accepted kind of cloud of thought, all right? And it's people who think beyond that accepted realm of thought that tend to go much, much further. So you may be in the very beginning stages of something starting to bloom and blossom. And that's something I think for you to be excited about as we move into a whole new year. I would definitely write down your ideas, little post-it notes, little in your notepad, on your phone. Write things down, put them in front of you, put them in a place where you can review them often, because chances are over the next couple of months, as Mars stations direct, which he does so on the 12th of January, finally, Mars is going to be going direct. Over the next couple of months, as he finishes out his transit in Gemini, some of those ideas, you're going to be like, I want to try this one, I want to try this one, I want to try this one, and probably something great is going to come out of it, okay? A whole new business idea or a whole new relationship will come out of it, or a whole new travel schedule or a whole new career path, or whatever the case may be. And it's something that you can get genuinely excited about. I think with Saturn in Aquarius, that excitement has been maybe a bit of a challenge for you. Maybe not all of you, okay, but for some, because Saturn has such a sobering effect. He is so real, and I think Aquarius is just dying for something to get really happy about and to get passionate about, to get heated about. And I think this is very exciting, honestly. And to have Jupiter come through here in the third house, Jupiter in the third house is going to really have ideas popping off the wall. You are in the idea realm right now. Brainstorming, creativity, experimentation, playing, having courage and being brave in your approach to things. A lot of courage and bravery comes through in this third house. A lot. I love collaboration for you, Aquarius. If you can sit down and talk to people, sit down and ask people a lot of questions and just listen to what it is they have to say, right? Jupiter is such an abundant planet. And through that third house, there's a lot of communication. But communication is not only what you have to say, it's what you hear as well. It is a two-way street. Don't be quiet. Please talk. Please communicate. But also, equally important, listen to what other people have to say. Because honestly, other people are really your best friend right now. And with Venus coming in, whatever it is you need, you can express that, you can ask for that, you can sit down and say, hey, I'm really wondering how you did X, Y, or Z, or I'm wondering what your opinion is on X, Y, or Z. Chances are people will be so kind and generous with their feedback, and they'll be able to probably provide just the right amount of information, just the right things that you need to hear to get you on track with whatever it is you're trying to get on track with, okay? We also have Uranus finally moving direct. Now, this has been here, right? Uranus North Node portal has been what I've been calling it. This portal has been active since the very last day, July 31st and August 1st. They've been conjunct like this ever since then. Now this portal is finally closing as the North Node and Uranus separate. I think a lot of people throughout this 5-month period, okay, January 22nd is the day that Uranus goes direct. So really it's August, September, October, November. December and most of January. So it was almost 6 months actually. And this 6 months, with the moon cycle being what it was, right? Back in July, if you remember, we had that full moon conjunct Pluto, then we had full moon conjunct Saturn, then it was with Neptune, then it was with Chiron, then it was a big eclipse conjunct Uranus, and then it was conjunct Mars. So this month's full moon is the first full moon in 6 months that doesn't have any harsh conjunction. I mean, it has aspects, but it's not conjunct anything, or it's not right there with it. So here she is in her beautiful house of rulership, Cancer, or sign of rulership rather, a place where she really loves to be, and she can shine bright and she can really let go, which I think she's been kind of working us into this whole letting go thing over the past 6 months. Let go of who you used to be, let go of this identity, let go of this narrative, this story, let go of this concept that you've been hanging on, this fear that you've been hanging on to that is no longer serving you. And here she is going to make her big breakout debut here in Cancer and say, okay, it's time. It's time for you to be free. It's time for you to really change. And for you in this 6th house, that full moon, which by the way is happening on January 6th at 16 degrees of Cancer, she's actually going to be in a really positive aspect with Uranus down here. I love that because it's, again, that freedom component. She'll be in the Plutonic or the Scorpionic decan of Cancer, which is this second set of 10 degrees here. So if we kind of mix the Scorpionic transformative nature with the Uranian revolution quality plus the Cancerian, you're safe. So you're safe to completely transform and revolutionize your life is what this moon cycle is really saying. You're safe to make the big changes. You are safe to be free from the stuff that has been anchoring you down. You are free to express yourself, and you are free to truly become that person that you know you want to become. And it's a beautiful time. And as the sun makes its way finally into Aquarius, happy Aquarius season, happy birthday to all you beautiful Aquarians out there. I think there's going to be this sense of responsibility that comes with that, saying okay, I have the chance, the door is wide freaking open, but now I'm the one that has to walk through it. And so there's that kind of responsibility and desire. It's not just that it's a responsibility, I think you actually want it. You actually do want to walk through the door. You actually do want to succeed with this. And I know that you will. I know that you will, because Saturn has really, he's really tightened everything up, and he's done his job, and he's getting ready to close everything out over the next couple of months and through January, through February, and the first couple of weeks of March. As he makes his way into Pisces, he's really kind of just doing a final lap around the room and being all right, it's clean, we're good, let's move on to the next thing. And Aquarius, I think you can tell that the past couple of years, whatever this weird holding period was that you've been in, is finally starting to really melt. And next couple of years, your big focus is going to be on money and finances, okay? And that can be really fantastic. You can build a lot of wealth with Saturn in the 2nd house if you know what you're doing. You're going to have to be able to pay attention to your money in the next couple of years. But I also know that when Saturn is there, I see a lot of my clients building and amassing a great deal of wealth with that placement. Okay? So it's probably going to be really great for you more than anything. But it is going to be a good month. And I think with the full moon being kind of not in a conjunction with anything, she's not really in an opposition with Pluto over here. She's kind of, I don't even know that I would say she was in a square with Chiron really. She's not really in aspect with the nodes either. I mean, it's kind of a loose square or loose sextile or whatever it is. But I think really the most exciting thing is just the fact that she's in a positive aspect with Uranus, and she's like, I'm free finally. And you are going to feel that throughout the month of January, and it's freaking go time. Mars goes direct, Uranus goes direct, Mercury goes direct, and then all of a sudden all the planets are direct, and you are like just going, and it's going to be really great. I'm excited for Aquarius. I am well, not just Aquarians, but I'm excited for Aquarius season for everybody because of the planets all going direct. It's nice. It doesn't happen all that often. It's nice when all the planets are going direct. That's the time usually when we feel like we don't have a lot of hiccups, we don't have a lot of challenges, we don't have a lot of problems in terms of doing what we say we know we want to do. Okay? All right, Aquarius, I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you so much. I love you. Happy birthday to all of the January Aquarians out there, and I'll leave you there. Thanks so much.